When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Do you ever wish you could give back to the community and get some awesome gym gear at the same time? Well, Imperial Athletics has you covered with 5% of all profits going towards the Canadian Mental Health Association. Imperial Athletics has officially announced the Resilience Drop. The Resilience Drop is a mental health-focused athletic wear collection that embodies strength, perseverance, and self-growth. Designed for performance and purpose, each piece supports both physical movement and mental resilience. We've been really excited to partner up with Imperial Athletics so far. If you've heard before, we've said we have a promo code with them, Jungle10. That is no longer our promo code. We have now upped it to Jungle15 for 15% off your first order. On top of that, you can sign up for their rewards program and receive an extra $5 off your order. So $5 off if you sign up for the rewards, and 15% off if you use code Jungle15 on your first order. Visit the Imperial Athletics online store at imperialathletics.com to claim the benefits and rewards waiting for you. Be sure to follow them on Instagram and TikTok at Imperial_athletics to be the first to know of all the latest product releases and exclusive offers. This podcast is sponsored by Imperial Athletics.
Welcome back, Owen.
Thanks, buddy. It's good to be back.
It's been, a couple weeks?
I think it's been longer than that, buddy. It's been at least a month. It was May 30th was our last upload. It's July 7th as we are recording.
It's been over a month. It's been about 5 weeks. Fuck.
Yeah.
That time just flies, man.
No kidding, dude.
Damn.
But yeah, everyone. So first of all, apologies for being away for so long. But I mean, I think a break for a month for Joey to enjoy his summer and for me to travel Australia was probably pretty valid. I mean, we haven't really stopped once since we started doing the pod, and it's actually been 5 days as of today, or I guess 4 days, Joe, because it's the 6th for you, since we released our first ever episode. So we've been doing this for 1 year now, and this is episode 41. So 40 episodes in our first year. Not bad. Pretty good, dude.
This is episode 41, so we missed 12 weeks?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And 5 of them were at the end.
Yep.
And then I think we took like 2 weeks off for Christmas. So like we were pretty really good, dude. That's pretty insane, actually.
Pretty consistent when you think about it.
Yeah. So just, it's been a year. So I just want to quickly, thanks, Joe. This has been pretty fucking fun to do. It has been a grind, but
probably say thanks to you more so, because I feel like you probably carried a lot of the load of taking over some stuff. I was slacking for a while and doing the thumbnails and making sure we can record and stuff. So
it's all good.
I think I know I'm busy, but you're busy too, right? So I think more so thanks to you for carrying that load a little bit.
Yeah, no problem, dude. I genuinely enjoy it, and I feel like I've, first of all, it's just been fun, getting to talk to so many cool people and cover these leagues and seeing how much people really care about it, and we're excited to keep growing it, and getting to interview Abram last episode, that was a blast, and just
we're getting to the level where it's you can put it on your resume.
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting to the level where it's we have the following and stuff to, keep doing this consistently a little bit, grow it a little bit more and hopefully see where it takes us. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, obviously, and just thank you to everyone who supported us so far. I'm still pretty blown away as to how how well it's worked out. 2,500 followers on Instagram in the first year. I think we got about 50 5-star ratings on Spotify. Probably a bit less on Apple, but like our streaming numbers compared to when we first started as well, like it's been unbelievable. So thank you everyone, just so much for your support. Thank you to everyone who's come on the pod as well, and just shown support to us. It's been great so far. And yeah, just excited to get going. But it's been a while. We haven't recorded since our Stanley Cup final preview, I think. Or was it even that? It might have been before the finals was even set.
No. It was before game 1. It was like Edmonton was, I think it was going into game 7 for Edmonton. Well, or no.
No, dude, it was like, I'm looking at the episode description. We haven't talked NHL since before the conference finals, because when we interviewed Abram, it was just Abram. So our last actual episode of content was May 22nd. We didn't even talk about the conference finals.
Yeah, so we got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows what happened, so we don't need to like dive too far into it. Like
yeah, Florida won the cup, whatever.
There's been a lot, so I don't know. Like real quick, obviously, we'll just kind of maybe give our thoughts on everything, the way things went down. So, did you think Florida was going to wax Carolina as hard as they did?
No, but
I didn't either. But
Carolina
just can't get it done. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, dude, when your best player is a 21-year-old who got traded there during the season, it's probably not a good sign, right? Like Logan Stankoven was their best player. Probably at least in that series, and a top 3 player in the playoffs, probably. But
I remember, Brindamore was like your older guys got to carry the load in the playoffs, and he was basically called out the entire team.
Yeah, man,
and said that Stankoven and Jarvis were their 2 best players.
Yeah, Jackson Blake was pretty good too. I think he ended up getting hurt for a bit, but Jackson Blake, obviously a guy Abram got to play with at Nodak as well. But yeah, I mean that, like, I had Carolina. Like I picked against Florida every single round when I made a prediction. First round, second round, maybe not the second round actually. I think once they played Toronto, right? No, I chose Toronto. I totally chose Toronto.
You take the Leafs?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I did. To be fair, the Leafs gave them the best series. Out of anyone. So, anyway, I checked against them the whole time. How wrong was I? I had a brutal year for predictions. Worst year of my life. I don't know if it's like, because we're doing the pod, I'm like trying to like be different with my picks or something. Right? Like, I think I got to simplify next year and just go with my gut and not try and make like some crazy.
It'll be like every single team will get upset and it'll just be like fucked.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like, oh, how hard is it going to be to predict that Pidge this year with the league splitting in half? Oh my god,
dude, we're not. I don't even know if we can do it, but it's not even like educated. It's just gonna be like gambling.
No, yeah, it's just for fun. It's just for shit, like to look back on. Real quick.
No idea what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. But real quick, I'm just gonna kind of give like a little preview of what we're probably gonna talk about in this episode before we just like, people might be waiting to hear us talk about free agency so we're gonna recap what happened in the NHL really quick, like at the end of the season. We might get into the NHL draft depending on how much time we have. We are not gonna do free agency yet. We'll cover free agency in the next episode, which will hopefully be coming out in a week. Yeah, we'll do like a big free agency episode. That'll probably be the only thing we cover in that episode, because obviously free agency is a crazy period. Basically, so anything happened July 1st or later, we're not talking about in this episode, even though it's been a week already. But that's fine. So yeah, we'll probably talk a bit about the NHL draft, talk a bit about the junior leagues, rumors, things we've heard, stuff that's been going on. Probably going to forget a bunch of rumors and stuff I've been told because it's been so long and there has been a lot of stuff going on. What else do we got? I don't know. We'll mention, like, everyone knows what happens with the Mem Cup, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
we gotta mention the Mem Cup. That was like our first episode. We were talking about it.
True.
We were sitting inside that dinky little fish tank and trying to record a fucking podcast episode, and it's like in the background. It's like,
I got so many messages about that, dude.
It's so funny.
Okay.
Don't go back and listen to the first one. Think about how far we've come, Owen.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. No kidding.
We got
we were
actual
both-
we got actual mics and everything, and now
Yeah.
it's like
we were both just crouched in front of one mic on the laptop, sitting at my desk. It's been we have come a long way, dude. It's actually pretty cool when you think about it. As for the other conference final in the NHL, Edmonton fucking worked Dallas.
yeah, and fucking Florida or Carolina, just the exact same thing. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really expect Edmonton to work Dallas like that, but like Dallas had some guys just fucking no show, dude. Like Matt Duchene, where was he in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like even Sicamous wasn't
Rantanen
great.
was so good though.
Rantanen, holy
so
shit!
surprised with how good he was.
What that trade's looking like a pretty massive win-win so far, to be completely honest.
Yeah, like who do you? Yeah, honestly, I think you just favor Carolina because you know they wouldn't be able to re-sign him.
Yeah,
They didn't
true.
want to
Yeah,
re-sign him.
leverage-wise, but I mean,
Younger prospect, but
yeah,
still,
but I mean, Dallas is getting a top 10 player in the league. Like that's pretty massive.
Yeah.
Would have won the Conn Smythe if Dallas ended up winning the cup. Obviously, they didn't, but yeah, Dallas just some no-shows. Jamie Benn, like I know he's a lot older now, but he did nothing. Marchment took some stupid penalties. Otter wasn't good at all. I think Ottinger's pretty overrated. I don't even know if he's a top 10 goalie, just in my opinion.
he might be 10.
I think, yeah, like that's he I'd have him like 9 to 12 probably, but yeah, I just that series really surprised me. I think Dallas's back end just wasn't good enough. Like Harley's awesome. Heiskanen did what he could coming back from injury, but like he's not at 100%. And then like Cody Ceci, Ilya Labushkin, Matt Dumba, like the rest of that decor is pretty pathetic. Dumba and Labushkin are so bad. Then who the other? That young kid, that huge one who turtled on when Corey Perry went after Leon Bischel. Who I'm pretty fond of his game so far as a young kid, but oh my god, that was embarrassing when he turtled to Corey Perry.
Yeah,
he's like 6'6".
How are you turtling on Corey Perry?
Yeah, like I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to fight Perry, but he's 6'6", dude, and he didn't even try. He just went straight into it like fetal position.
Just looks bad.
It looks horrible. I saw like people were saying that was the turning point of the series.
Yeah, honestly, fuck. What do you think? What do you think of I guess we can move on to the final. What do you think of McDavid in the final? It's a ghost.
I mean, he was still over point per game.
Do you watch? Okay, so how hard was it for you just for perspective? How hard is it for you to watch?
The only difficult thing is really the time zone, especially in. I think I was in Australia by the cup finals, so the time zone was definitely the most difficult thing because it's a 7-hour difference instead of a 5-hour difference here. But it wasn't hard to get. I watched the whole cup final, or like game 6. I watched that whole game. Yeah. I think I watched at least 4 of them. At least parts of 4 of them. Probably at least 2-3 whole games of the final, and then I watched some conference final game. I watched what I could. A lot of the time, like I wouldn't have data or service or Wi-Fi or whatever, right? And we're doing shit. Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna plan my Australian vacation around the Stanley Cup, but
like that's what people don't understand is that Owen was touring Australia while living in New Zealand. Like that's probably the number one reason why we were not recording.
Oh, that's totally it.
You're having the trip of your lifetime, so it's just like it's kind of hard to get stuff done when you're living out of hostels and shit, right?
Yeah. There's no privacy. We can talk about. We actually kind of didn't. We kind of just glazed. I mean, we chatted a bit before we started recording, so we kind of glazed.
Yeah, we were talking for like probably 20 minutes before before we started recording about everything. So it's just kind of recapping stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that maybe a little bit more after and what you've been up to too. Once we finish, but yeah. So McDavid over point per game still. I think. I think he one goal, maybe 2, 1 goal. I think that is that's a much bigger testament to how good Barkov is than it is to McDavid not stepping up. Because Barkov, like, look at the matchups McDavid has every time he steps on the ice.
Yeah,
like it's Barkov, it's Sam Bennett, it's Anton Lundell with Marchand and Luosterainen out there. Like, what do you do, man? Like,
All coming back next year, by the way.
yeah. Oh,
Every
God.
single one of those players you just named is now under contract with the Florida Panthers.
They're taking up less cap hit than they were last year.
With more cap space, and the cap's going up.
Fucking ridiculous.
Man.
Yeah, dude. Like Florida was just. I thought Edmonton was going to get it done. Crosby or Gretzky loses in the final, wins his first cup. Crosby loses in the final, wins his first cup. To the same team, both of them. They lost to and then won. I thought it was destiny for McDavid. Maybe it will be next year, because how does Florida not make the final next year? Like, there's no way.
I don't know. Beats them in the East. Toronto? No.
That would be probably the number one, though. They gave them the best series, right? Toronto or Carolina, again. Like, as of right now. There's still things that could happen.
New Jersey, maybe?
Yeah, if they were fully healthy and they maybe make a move or two, yeah, I could see that. I'm still really high on Jersey when they're healthy.
New Jersey, if they get Quinn Hughes.
You know what's stupid? Luke Hughes is an RFA, but he can't be offer sheeted for some reason because he didn't play enough games in his first year. How dumb is that? What? You should be able to offer sheet any RFA.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I think it's because they signed him at the end of a college year, so he played 6 games in his first year.
Right.
So they're not allowed to offer sheet him because, I don't know, Canucks could probably throw 10 bones at him for 2 years, and the Devils wouldn't be able to match it, or they'd have to trade some big pieces.
Dude, the Canucks have no space. They signed Connor Garland to a 6x6.
Oh, dude, Garland's worth that any day of the week.
They signed Demko to a fucking.
That was a bit much. That was crazy. 8.5 for a guy who played 20 games last year. Yikes. I mean, top 5 goalie in the league when he's healthy, but
maybe
he's never healthy. Well, he's second in Vezina voting last year.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If not, he was third. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we'll talk about again all the free agency stuff in the next one, but McDavid's struggles are more, and Draisaitl even are much more of a testament to just how good Florida is. I think Florida is the best team I've ever watched this year. Florida, not last year. This year's Florida Panthers. I think they're the best hockey team I've ever watched in my life. Seth
Jones turned into fucking Gordie Howe in the playoffs. He was terrible for the fucking Blackhawks, just so bad. But now he's all of a sudden his contract looks good.
Yeah, Nate Schmidt turned into Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
And then signed a 3x3 after playing for league minimum. It's insane.
Oh my God. It is nuts.
Yeah, I think, I genuinely believe that Florida is the best. I think Florida would beat the back-to-back Tampa teams. I think they beat the back-to-back Penguin teams. I can't think of a team.
The Blackhawks? The 3-5 Blackhawks?
They were so
I think that's pretty much the only comparison.
I think they beat, I can't remember which year they were the best, but I think they probably beat 2 of them at least of the 3. It was 3 and 5 years or 3 and 6 years? 3 and 5, right?
3 and 5.
It was Chicago, LA, someone else.
It was Chicago, LA, Chicago, Boston, Chicago. No.
LA won in 12 and 14.
Did they win in 14?
Boston won in 11. It was 10 Chicago.
So it went Boston, Chicago, LA, Chicago, or whatever.
Chicago, Boston, LA, Chicago, LA, Chicago. That's what it was. It was 10, 13, and 15. 3 and 5 years. 6 years.
Yeah, okay. 3 and 5.
Anyways, yeah, I think probably the 10, either the 10 or the Canadiens are so young. Probably the 13 team then would probably be the best one. I can't remember which of those Blackhawks teams was the best.
Was it the one with Bufflin?
I think Bufflin was the 10 team. But he was a forward at that. He was the third line center at that point. What a legend he is! My goodness,
he's so good. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of Hell getting the MVP?
I think that's valid.
Yeah,
I think I think it's so much harder for a goalie to win it, and I think when you look at his numbers versus when Price won it, I think it's fair. Leon, obviously, it was a coin toss between those two. I would be happy with either, but I think that's perfectly valid. He was the Vezina winner by so much. You don't consider the playoffs, so obviously that wouldn't
Regular
bring him
season
down.
MVP, right? Yeah.
So I mean, to be fair, Leon missed. If Leon played the full year, he probably gets it. It was that
Yeah.
close. It was super close, but I actually love Hellebuck winning it. Even though he's so bad in the playoffs, I think it's a good choice.
He was embarrassing in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Benner almost took him 2 for 2.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I thought St. Louis had it at that point.
I thought they were
ridiculous.
When he let in that stinker. It was like 2-0 in the game 7. I was like, that's over.
Well, what they score with to tie it with like a minute left or something, or like a few seconds.
Few seconds, I think. It was like basically no time.
Yeah, that's what a joke, dude. Oh my god,
so bad.
It was 3-1. It was like 2 goals in the last minute, right? And one of them was in the last minute.
Oh, and they scored in double overtime.
That's so fucking tough.
Yeah, it sucked. Benner was probably pissed in the dressing room too after.
Dude, he was so good. Yeah, like it is true about him. Like the bigger the moment, the better he is. Hey, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't think he makes next year's Team Canada though.
Dude,
maybe he's the third string.
He has to. He's gonna be the starter.
Kemper, bro.
I know, but how do you not start him with like how good he is in the big games?
I guess, yeah, in the big spot.
Like it's him, Kemper, and Thompson are the 3, right? I don't think that's much debate
should have been him, Kemper, and Thompson this
Thompson
year.
Was great in the playoffs, actually. I didn't know if he would be. He was great. He struggled with injury, and he was still great when he came back. So those are the 3 goalies. To be fair, like they probably don't announce the rest of the team until November, December. So a lot could still happen. But those are the 3 in my mind as of right now.
Depends on next year.
For the starting job, it's between Kemper and Benner.
You don't think Thompson's in there?
Dude, no, probably is. Like that's actually, but like Kemper was the best.
Better first start to the year.
Honestly, probably does because Kemper was the best of those 3 this year. Like second in Vezina voting, unbelievable. But he's been kind of streaky the last few years of his career. Before that, goalies are just streaky in general, so it's so hard to predict.
Right.
Yeah, man, but it should have been those 3 last year for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with Montembeau and
Hill.
Who was it?
Hill was so bad in the playoffs this year,
dude.
Oh my god, what happened to him?
It was so bad.
What happened to him?
He couldn't move. He looked like he was like a beer league goalie in net.
Yeah,
dropping a one knee and getting sniped. I'm like, how did Vegas even make it past the first round? They need a goalie bad. I think we should trade Demko to Vegas.
That's actually that. I kind of fuck with that. That's not bad.
Trade Demko to Vegas for like Dorofeev or someone.
Ooh, that would be nice. I support that, but like,
or like, who's their second line center?
I mean, right now it would be
Dorofeev a center. No, he's a winger.
Who?
Dorofeev.
Winger.
He's a winger, right?
Yeah, it's Eichel.
Me and Penman have been cooking up mock trades forever.
No, I like that Demko Dorofeev one.
Maybe like William Karlsson. They're not going to trade Hurdle or Eichel.
No, I've heard they were shopping Hurdle.
Well, then Hurdle. Fucking acquire Hurdle. We'll be a playoff team again.
Fair enough. That would be actually be sweet. I don't know if they'd do that for Demko, but that'd be sweet.
Demko and like a pick
salary.
I don't know.
They moved off Hill's salary.
William Karlsson, maybe.
Nah, I don't think he's that. He's a depth guy now. Great player, but depth guy. I want to say Sam Bennett was fucking amazing in playoffs, but I think Marchand should have got the Conn Smythe. Just for he stepped up the most in the final.
Marchand getting the Conn Smythe, yeah.
He had 7 goals in 6 games in the finals.
Yeah.
He also is the reason. He's also the reason they got past Toronto earlier in the playoffs. Like
he was so good. Yeah, that's true. Is it the finals MVP? I always get this confused. Playoffs, right? Yeah,
playoffs. Okay. So that's like I think Bennett was probably their best player overall. But Marchand, in the moments that mattered most, was their guy. He was the most clutch. He was their best player. He was fucking unbelievable. And And but Sam Bennett, oh my god, did he earn every penny of that extension? He got what a stud. Like he's got to stick. They both. I wouldn't have had Marchand on Team Canada. They both make it now next year.
Oh yeah,
at least Bennett.
You wouldn't have had Marchand. Yeah, I guess he's getting kind of old.
Yeah, right. He looked kind of slow, I thought, in Four Nations, but how you have to take him now, even if it's just for the room.
Yeah,
he's earned it.
Just knows how to win.
So yeah, I think we talked about what we would change about the Four Nations team a while ago, and even just since we had that chat, it's probably changed quite a bit again.
Yeah, it just goes a year so heavily.
Yeah, and only a few changes, but
I still think Scheifele should have made the team.
I think Scheifele makes it for sure. Remember, they get an extra forward and an extra D-man for this one as well, so there's 2 extra spots or 2 extra forwards.
Pump for that. I'm bringing my Team Canada jersey down.
Nice.
From the States, yeah.
Nice. Well,
my 2010 Crosby jersey.
Nice, dude. When's the Olympics? Is February, right? In is it Milan Cortina?
They're going this year, which is gonna be nice.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fucking fun to watch. There's no Four Nations, right? So it's gonna be just Olympics.
Just Olympics, and they were gonna do the All-Star game, but apparently they're canceling that now, and they're just gonna It's weird. I think they said they're still gonna have an event, but there's not gonna really be maybe just a skills comp with the players that are going to the Olympics. It's not even gonna be All-Star. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever they were announcing, they seem like they haven't figured it out yet.
They still got to name All-Stars. They got to name that's got to be a.
I hate how the NHL doesn't do that.
A thing.
I agree. I think the NHL should name All-Stars every year, whether there's
an
a
NBA
game or not.
On the NBA, they have their first team and the second team.
Oh, the NHL does that at the end of the year, all NBA. But I think during the year they should also name their All-Stars, even if there's not a game, because All-Star is an accolade, and it shouldn't be one fucking player per team. It's just the best 12 forwards, 62 goalies in each conference should be All-Stars.
Yeah.
And if they have an All-Star game, that's a separate thing. That shouldn't even be I don't know. All-Star should be an accolade that you get. Because Sidney Crosby's a 3-time All-Star. Because he's always been hurt or just not gone. So it's it looks so ridiculous.
But he is he's been an All-Star every year.
Fucking top 5 player of all time. So I don't know anything else about the Cup final. I think Corey Perry might have been Edmonton's best player in the final. 10 goals in the playoffs, I think, maybe 11 as a 40-year-old. My God, I can't believe he left Edmonton. Not that we're going to talk about that now, but I can't believe he left.
Yeah,
crazy,
kind of crazy.
I think Edmonton's had a good offseason so far, though. To be fair,
they need a goalie. They still haven't signed a goalie.
So badly.
They're going to go into next year with Skinner and Pickard again.
Didn't Pickard leave?
We're not giving up on Stuart Skinner.
I could be wrong. Maybe Pickard didn't leave. Well, Skinner was really good for a while in playoffs, but just not. It was the Dallas series, right? The Dallas series, he was amazing. He had 3 shutouts in 4 games or some shit.
Yeah, he had 18 shots a game. They were working him that hard. What the fuck? What do you expect?
Nah, fair enough, dude.
Dallas was awful. I can't get over how bad Dallas was.
They were that's true, dude. They were so bad. Real quick, couple pretty major things. One of them really hurts me. Ovi announced this will be his last season in the NHL. So I think we all saw this coming. It's the last year of his contract. He's going to be the only player in NHL history to have over 900 goals. He didn't hit that yet, did he? I don't think so. I think he's
close,
2 or 3 away. So he'll probably finish with about 925 or something. Yeah, I can't believe this is going to be his last year, though. Since the year after we were born was his draft year, and then rookie year the next year because of the lockout. But 897 career goals right now, and he's going to hit 1,500 career games next year as well. So couple pretty incredible milestones he's still going to hit. But I can't fucking believe it's going to be his last year.
Yeah,
the NHL without Ovi, oh my God, what?
Crosby's coming up, dude. You're gonna be sad.
He's got a few more years left in him though. I saw a picture of Ovi shirtless the other day. Oh my God, dude.
Was it pretty bad? That guy guzzles beers after games.
He's shaped like a can of Coke. He's just got
to, man. You gotta bring that physicality.
But
He's old school, dude.
oh,
They
no,
don't build them
he's
like that
such a
anymore.
legend. And the other one that like this is the one that like for me this second kill. Pittsburgh said that they will not be re-signing Evgeny Malkin next season. So they will. It will also be. I'm assuming that Malkin. I know Ovi's going back to Russia to play for his. He said since he was like 20 years old, he's going to go back to Russia.
Play for like Moscow, right?
Yeah, and I think Malkin. I forget what team Malkin played for in the KHL. It might have been Moscow as well, but it sounds like Malkin will also be headed back to the KHL, or he's just going to be hanging them up. So, two absolute fucking legends of the game, both taking him 1 and 2 picks in the 2004 draft, and just what incredible careers. 4 cups between them. 3 for Gino, only 1 for Ovi. But yeah, I'm gonna be. That's gonna be a sad fucking day, man. Not prime Malkin. Evgeny Malkin, when he plays at his absolute best, might be the best player in NHL history.
He just never plays his best.
Not never, because like,
he's past his prime, I guess.
But like when he won the Conn Smythe for that first Penguins Cup, it's like I don't know if there's ever been a player that good as him in like that Carolina series. Oh my god, like he's just such Malkin at his best was unfucking stoppable. So sucks that those two are having their last year, but I mean, just grateful to have been able to watch them play, man. Like just so incredible. I don't know. Like, yeah, we said we should probably mention the Memorial Cup. Medicine Hat, what a fucking wagon of a team they were. A dub team. I still don't. When was the last time a dub team won the Mem Cup? It's been a fucking while now.
A while.
Like 2015, maybe.
A while.
But yeah, Med Hat goes undefeated in the round robin. They beat London, and London was a wagon too. Yeah. And then ended up playing them in the final and just can't get it done. The London Knights ended up winning the Memorial Cup. Think we'll probably be at that next year. Hey, Joe? Boots on the ground? Boots on the ground at the Mem Cup?
We'll go boots on the ground at Mem Cup and then boots on the ground at Owen Elson's cabin in Adams Lake.
That sounds great. Works for me. Little golfing.
Works for me. When is it scheduled? Usually May? End of May?
Yeah, like late May. So yeah, it won't really be swimming weather up there yet. It'll be cold, but still always a good time. Oh, dude, still a good time at the cabin, even if you can't swim.
Oh yeah,
always a good time up there.
Always a good time at the cabin.
Always a good time.
Don't be cutting ourselves open this time, though. All right. You still got that wound. Yeah, it's still on his arm.
Yeah, I still got the scar.
That was brutal.
That was so funny, though, dude. Oh my god. Nobody knows what we're talking about. That's okay.
Unless Aiden Brown is somehow watching this episode, no one will know what we're talking about.
Probably not. But nope, he does repost most of our TikToks, so thanks for that, Aiden, if you're ever listening.
Thanks, Aiden.
BCHL, anything happening there?
Dude, just Dust League, honestly. That's what everyone's saying. Everyone that I've talked to and like skated with in the summer, it's just like, why would you go to the B show? Nobody wants to go to the B show anymore. It's all WHL, all WHL. Nobody cares.
Oh, dude, I did hear a rumor actually about the BCHL. Give me 2 seconds because I forget what exactly it is.
Anyways, a lot of people just saying the BCHL fell off. I don't know.
Well, it didn't. It was still sick last year, but maybe this year it will.
Maybe. Well, Penn's gone. Powerhouse. Chilliwack's gone probably next year.
Yeah, this should be Chilliwack's last year. I'm trying to find this rumor though.
And then, yeah, it's done, man. It's like, why else would they got to start looking at merging with something, or I don't know what the next step is going to be. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out. But I was talking with some guys that I've skated with that are in the BCHL, and it used to be like start of the year, they were talking to all these D1 teams. It was like great. Coaches were reaching out, and then towards the end of the season, fucking radio silence. Nobody cares. Crazy. Nobody cares about you anymore. You're not good enough, right?
Yeah. Well, there was that Eli McCamey kid who got exceptional status to play in the BC. I think he was like 15 years old, played for Penticton. Wasn't like revolutionary, but put up good numbers. Like he wasn't point per game, and he's having Victoria of the dub.
Yep.
So like that's
Yep.
like Victoria's getting a
Why
nasty
would
16-year-old.
you stay? What's the advantage to staying in the BCHL?
Yeah, I will also say though the dub is kind of like the CHL is going to be hurting a bit too because like speaking of Victoria, I think that's where McCamey signed was Victoria. Victoria's best first round pick this year, Cole Reshny, committed to Nodak and is leaving this year. So like that's a huge loss. And
people are already going. It's
And Keaton Vierhoff, who's 17. It's his NHL draft year this year. He's projected to go second overall after Gavin McKenna right now, also leaving to go to Nodak.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a huge blow to the dub. That's horrible for the dub.
It's horrible for the. I don't think the dub wanted that rule to go through.
Fair enough.
When you think about it,
you'd think they'd make it just like you have to be 18, maybe. Like that makes more sense. Or like maybe he is 18. Maybe he's a late B-day. Yeah, maybe like you have to be 19 then. Like I don't know. I think they should probably try and regulate it. Otherwise, that's gonna be tough. But here's a pretty crazy rumor I've heard. Don't know anything to do with how accurate or true this may be. Joe, you were just in Vernon, and I'm hearing that they may be getting a WHL team sometime in the near future.
It's a sick rank.
Apparently, the Swift Current Broncos are struggling massively financially, and they're a community-owned team. And it's possible that they end up relocating to Vernon and absorbing the BCHL team. So the Vernon Vipers become a WHL team, just like what's happened with Wenatchee and Penticton. If that were to happen, Vernon would try and relocate. Apparently, 3 cities have been brought up initially: Quesnel, Nelson, and Revelstoke. Now, I don't think that's happening. I think if a dub team goes there, I think the BC team folds. Like, I don't think that these BCHL teams are going to survive relocating. With that being said, Quesnel is fucking pissed that they didn't get tier 1 still, and so it could be there, but I don't think it's happening. It's not happening in Revy, and Nelson already blocked Penticton relocating there, so I don't think that's happening either. I could see it happening in Quesnel, but it's not fucking happening in Revy. Why the fuck would Revy leave the KI? That would be ridiculous.
That's like they make so much money, man.
Yeah, you make more money.
Why would they?
In the
they
KI
make way
than
more,
BC.
way less teams. Like you got to realize is like how much these leagues charge these teams to be there. They make Revelstoke makes so much money. It's financially it wouldn't make sense. I know the owner wouldn't want to do that, and I think every single day we keep getting the KI just becomes more and more attractive.
100%.
Because they're just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I played in the league, but
I don't think you are though. When it's not that hard to see when you look at it.
When you think about it, come on, man. I don't know. I think the BCHL was kind of shiny and flashy, and now it's not anymore.
They fucked up.
Breaking down a little bit. The KI has been around, the PIDGE has been around, and they know the level that they're at, and they know where they need to take their league in order to succeed, right?
Yeah. Do you think Vernon has the fan base for a dub team? I mean, probably more than Swift Current.
I think so.
Probably more than
pretty
Swift
supported.
Current.
They got a sick rink. We stayed in that rink.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a WHL rink for sure. It's a Chilliwack level rink.
Wow. Okay. I knew it was nice, but I didn't know
Maybe
it was
a little
that nice.
Smaller, actually. Maybe a little smaller.
Okay. Probably less capacity. Chilliwack's is like 5,000 or something. It's big. It's like
I think
it's almost like Abby's arena.
Penn's got to be up there.
Oh, Penn's probably Penn's bigger.
Vernon's got to be up there too.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Well, like another thing too, though, like you look at Chilliwack's attendance in the BC, like I guess it's not that great. So you'd assume if they get a dub team, that attendance would go up a lot.
I assume that
the games did get a lot, like as a kid.
People, as a kid, we went to go watch the Bruins. We didn't go watch the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the Chiefs weren't there. The Chiefs were in Langley.
The Bruins got well, no. Like even after the Bruins left, we never.
As soon as they left, I never went to a Chiefs game until Abram played for them.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like you assume that the league picks up after.
No, I think that's I agree with you. I just kind of wanted to bring that
Yeah.
up. More
It's
people
the
will come
stick.
from further away. More
Yeah,
people will come
yeah,
from
yeah.
further
People
away.
travel and like come to watch their team play in Chilliwack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right, dude. Yeah, they'll be fine. Like they're not probably not going to sell out, but they'll be fine. They'll get a good crowd.
They'll open up
Um.
those end bits too. Like they won't have to like
Yeah.
tarp off the ends as well. It'll be
Yeah.
cool.
Probably not. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I mean, oh, sorry. Let me see if there's any other. I don't think I have any other BCHL rumors right now, but just want to reiterate: if Vernon's BCHL team becomes a dub team and they don't relocate, it's also still a pretty sure thing that PG is dropping down to the KI next year, and that Powell River's going to drop down to the Pidge. So, like, and
It's just gonna end
Chilliwack
up. Dude,
going to the dub.
I guarantee you, it's gonna end up like this. They're gonna merge, take the best teams, and the best teams will be the new BCHL, but it'll be under BC Hockey. There's gonna be no more bullshit where it's like, oh well, let's leave the BC Hockey. Like they're all gonna come back under BC
Yeah.
Hockey, and then some of them are gonna be Tier 1, and it's gonna go back to the way it was: Junior A, Junior B.
What happens with the VI in that situation?
They come back the BCHL teams will just merge.
Right. No, because I think a lot of the VI teams are either owned by or affiliated with BC teams now.
Yeah, so if whatever happens to BCHL, the VI teams will follow.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
The KI and the Pidge are going to be. This is like pure speculation. This is like nothing is backing my word here, but
yeah.
I think it's all just gonna. It's rough right now, but I just think it's all gonna end up smoothing over, and it's just gonna go back to the exact same way it was before, with a team, Junior A, Junior B, and a team under BC Hockey that they'll send to Centennial Cup, and I think it'll be the exact same in Alberta.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair point, dude. I think you're spot on, and I think that's probably the best way for it to go. I think that's what should happen. I think it'll probably like help heal hockey a bit, because like if you look at like what's happened with I think junior hockey, youth hockey, I think it shot itself in the foot in general.
Yeah, big time.
It's so. First of all, it's so fucking expensive, which is the main thing. It's such a joke. I wish. I don't know what the solution is, because hockey's expensive.
We kind of, dude, honestly, we were like the start of that. We caught the wave before it became ridiculous.
It's gotten ridiculous since.
Even when we were coming through, it was still bad.
Yeah, but now it's gotten like really fucking bad.
It's really, really bad.
I remember when we were in like first year Bantam that summer, like going into second year Bantam, and academies were reaching. Like I remember like Shawnigan reaching out, and it's like, yeah, it's 50 grand, and I'm like, well, and like sure, like that's boarding, that's food, that's school, it's private school, so you're paying for school, that's everything, but like, I'm not paying. Like, we don't have a spare 50 grand for me to go to Shawnigan, dude. Like, yeah, and they were the second worst team in the league that year too. So it's like,
that's 2 university educations in Canada. Or 1 year of prep school.
Two 4-year degrees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get your master's, maybe your PhD for 50 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah. But it is what it is right now, I guess. But, and then, I mean, overall, like there's just too many leagues. It's too complicated. Parents don't know what to do. Parents go crazy. Kids don't make this team, so they get made fun of. They have to go play for this team. It's just like, figure it out. Yeah. Make it simple. Just fucking blow everything up and go back to minor hockey. Like maybe not that extreme.
Literally, go back to fucking zones.
I think zones is good. I think zone programs is good. I think academies are a bit ridiculous, but you're never going to be able to stop them. They're just too big.
They just have so much money and so much backing.
Yeah, I think zones, even from like Adam, makes perfect sense, but it shouldn't be as expensive as it is. But like,
I think zone Pee-wee's kind of the time. Adam was like, dude,
you're right. You're right. I actually
think about the kids that played House and Adam, like even House and Pee-wee, and they ended up making our team in Bantam.
No, that's actually a good point, dude. I think Pee-wee though zones, because like imagine if we got to develop playing for a zone team in Pee-wee instead of Mission, like we probably would have gotten a lot fucking better.
Dude, yeah.
Like even if the zones had like A2 teams for the zones, or like 1 year only, like Pee-wee first year, or sorry, it's not Pee-wee anymore, but whatever. PB first year, PB second year, Bantam first year, Bantam second year, all 4 have their own team.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. Like, we would have developed so much more.
Dude, and I can just say, like, the year where we played minor midget, where it was all kids our age, was like the most fun.
Yeah.
The most fun ever. It was sick.
Dude, it actually was, right? Because you're not like a timid first year having to like earn the respect or like act cool with the second year.
Coming in and being like Swarto and Funk were when they came into Fraser Valley, like having to play with Gage as a third, or having to play with, not Gage, playing with like these third year guys that are like old, they feel old.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
totally. It'd be scary. Like, I remember like going like to skate with Valley West when I was playing minor midget when I was playing minor, going to skate with the major team was fucking scary.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, there were some kids on those teams that got like abused. Not physically, but like just like every single kid is just trashing the shit out of them in the room, like openly in front of them, and you're just like sitting there like, what the fuck is going on here?
Mental warfare, right?
To be fair, that Valley West team had some issues that year. There were like every single one of those guys was nice to me individually, but like they had issues. Like, I'm not trying to trash anyone. Like, there were actually some guys were amazing to me and like real good guys. But yeah, some of the stuff that like just seeing that for the first time, walking into the room, made it so fucking scary.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be that guy that's like getting ragged on. Like, I don't know.
You don't want to be the guy that sticks up to it either, because then you get ragdolled.
Exactly, right? So it sucks. Like, youth hockey has so many culture problems, financial problems. There's so much wrong with it. I really hope it gets figured out at some point, but a lot of it's probably irreparable already, which is really, really fucking
It's just that, honestly, half of it is hockey culture, and it's like
100%.
But it like almost builds who you are. Like, I'd say at the same time, it's like it's good to go through some stuff, some adversity, like getting cut. I remember getting cut. It's like core memories of mine.
Yeah.
You were always on the A1 team, but like Adam first year I got cut, and Jamie, I remember going in the room. How old was I? 10?
You would have been 10, maybe even 9, dude.
That's a memory from fucking 12 years ago that I vividly remember going into and having. I remember every word that was said in the interview when I got cut. Yeah. So I still think it's good to go through as like a kid and like a person. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think, but at the same time, it's also like pretty tough when you're going beyond the line of like it being, you know what I mean? Like, it's like there's a line. Yeah. Definitely. Oh yeah, for sure, like, man. Some of it's like you don't be a pussy, but also like don't be like abusive.
Well, like, yeah, like, to be really honest, for me, like the first time I ever got caught from anything, like even baseball and shit, like first time I ever got caught from anything was with Travis, and that was like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut about some of that, but like, that like fucking destroyed me at that time, dude. Like, yeah, and yeah, a lot of that had to do with like more external things as well. Like, but I just yeah, it's insane.
I couldn't believe you got cut from that team. It was ridiculous.
I mean, I scored more than everyone on the team except Nate, playing in the same league. So that gives me a little like comfort looking back. But yeah, that was a fucking joke. But regardless, getting cut like that, it is something that like it is probably a good thing to go through and to deal with, and to like have to face that like rejection essentially, and you know, you can either let it crush you and finish you like I almost did, or you just try and do what you can to bounce back, and it totally builds your character and, you know, puts you through some adversity. So I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's crazy too, but being 9 years old and having that is insane. Yeah. Like, versus like this happened to me when I was 14, 15, like 15, yeah. I guess. But
I remember I did like, this is some deep stuff with Owen Elson here, but I remember talking about it with my dad. Like, it's just like, it builds you as a person. I think it gets you ready for
100%.
real life.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what hockey's about.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too depressing here, but
Yeah, we got kind of deep for a second, eh?
it's like yeah. That's life. Obviously, like not it teaches you at a young for Owen, 16? That's not too young.
15.
For me, 9, 10 years old, it teaches you at a young age to suck it up and do something about it, right?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Right? So it's like
it's all about what you take from it.
You're not going to get every job you apply for. You're not going to get every promotion you apply for, right? And everything's going to be different. But yeah, I just think I think it's good to a point. You don't obviously be getting into lawsuits like Team Canada there, being abusive and stuff.
No shit, dude. Like that's
so. But I just think, I just think hockey is going in the direction of it being so expensive and just being so monetary based. It should go back to just being hockey, right?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope something can be done about it. Anyways, yeah, we got pretty. That was not where I expected that to go, but I think that was a good conversation to have. You just jump back into a little more to do with the PIDGE, the KI Mission. So Mission a while ago announced a new coach. Don't know what happened. I heard it was just family commitment. Something went on, and he ended up having to resign. So if you count him, I think Mission's gone through 6 coaches in the last 2 years, maybe 5. But that's like family reasons. It's okay. They ended up hiring Ridge Meadows' assistant coach, Martin Hack, to be their new head coach, who I think is, good
hire.
I played with a lot of guys who played for Ridge, and they always said they loved the assistants there. So I think it sounds like a great hire. Obviously, he's probably ready to take over and be a head coach of a team after being in Ridge and coaching under Hughes and winning multiple championships. I think this is a great hire for Mission. And yeah, I'm honestly excited to see what happens in Mission this year. I really hope things get turned around, especially if it ends up being their last year in Mission.
I hope it's not.
But yeah, man, it's so I have no idea what their team's going to look like. So many guys are going to even the guy, they're having their ID camp right now, and all the returning players I think are going, but there's also still tons of guys going to junior A camps who might end up not returning. It's going to be really weird to see who does and who doesn't, who even tries to, who doesn't try to. But yeah, that whole team could be way different, or it could be almost the exact same, but all just a year older.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. The Chase Heat also hired a new head coach, and I don't want to go crazy here, but
they're not happy.
They're not happy. I've heard players say that they are not happy with the hire. Again, won't get into any details either about that, but we've heard that the players aren't very happy in Chase, and I could see them probably having a pretty different team next year. They're also not a great team last year, so probably need a new team in general, but
they're for sure junior B team, right?
Yeah, they're one of the teams who's not even trying for junior A, so it's gonna be fucking tough to recruit this year, but we'll see how it goes there. Wishing them the best. Everyone knows that Chase is my KI team. So, and then Joe, you texted me probably over a month ago now that apparently Sicamous was trading fucking everybody.
Oh yeah,
I
guess
sure did. Right. They sure literally the day after you told me that.
The Sicamous Eagles will return this year.
Yeah, and so I forget the name. Sorry to whoever. Oh no, I'll find it. But yeah, they traded everybody, and there were some trades where the Sniper and KIJHL rants were like, "What is going on? What are these trades?"
Yeah.
There's been some crazy stuff go on. If you guys aren't following the Sniper, by the way, by now, go fucking follow the Sniper. And KIJHL Rants is an awesome account too. They make some great content out there. When it comes to Aldergrove, actually, I've also heard some stuff there. So they are going to be apparently announced as the Ironmen. Still haven't announced it yet, so don't know when it's happening. But apparently they will be the Ironmen this year, not the Kodiaks. We have mentioned that they have been purchased by Ben Kurtenko. He's the owner and general manager. believe we're going to be getting him on the pod in the near future. So we're going to be getting our first owner on, which is kind of cool. Give him a chance to kind of promote the program. Like, obviously Aldi's like historically been a great program. So he's very passionate about turning it around. So maybe, hopefully we'll get him on the pod soon. Ron Johnson has been named as the team's head coach. Kyle Knowles has been named as an assistant coach. Ron Johnson, he's actually he's from, I think it's Elite Hockey Science is the company. Sorry if I got that wrong. He's a very like well-renowned shooting coach. I believe he was Joe Pavelski's shooting coach. Sure. Ryan Kessler's shooting coach. Someone a little more, closer to us, Matthew Semenoff's shooting coach. Not sure like how long he did it for all these guys, but I know for a fact that he's coached many, many NHL players when it comes to their, particularly shooting. But so he's got quite the resume. I think he's actually coached Aldergrove before, like a few years ago, briefly. But he's been named as the head coach now. So it sounds like, bigger, better things are coming this year in Aldergrove. And I really hope they're able to turn that program around. And you just want to see every team be competitive. You don't want to see anyone getting blown out.
Yeah, that's right.
So I hope that'll end up happening. Joe, you heard anything more about the KI that I might have missed? Any rumors, coaching changes, big news headlines, anything like that?
No.
I'll do some more digging before next episode too.
A lot of I can talk with. I'm skating with doing a good skate with Levi Stewart, the new head coach of the 100 Mile Wranglers.
Oh, okay, that's good to mention. What's his name? Sorry, the 100 Miles new coach.
Levi Stewart, I think is his name.
Okay, cool.
He's a really good coach, really good guy. Like good for summer skates and stuff. Kind of a lot of. I hear a lot of stuff about like kind of stuff in the background, but that's not really worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
He was a coach in Nipawin for a long time.
Cool. Okay,
he ended up getting a job in 100 Miles, the head guy. So wishing him the best. But no, I haven't really heard much, to be honest.
No, that's all good, man.
Yeah, I wish there was more to kind of talk about, but I think that's pretty much it.
That's okay. I got like two more things. Here, one of these is insane, actually. This was about 2 weeks ago. It was possible that Tier 1 didn't happen in the Pidge this year, all of a sudden. Apparently, a few teams, I won't throw the teams under the bus, a few teams brought up some issues, and there ended up being a vote, and they're like, I got multiple DMs from like 3 different sources. I won't even say that. I heard from multiple people that apparently it was very close to getting like canceled. Like 2 weeks ago, there was a vote.
What the fuck?
When it happened, it all got sorted out. Tier 1 is happening this year, at least for this year. I wouldn't trust anything to be stable for the future, man. It sounds like a lot's happening. But
the pitch sounds like a fucking shit show, man.
It almost didn't happen. It almost just got voted down. Vetoed. But it's like teams have announced all these signings. It's like Tier 1 teams announce these signings. It's like, oh, actually, we're going to be Tier 2 now. Could you imagine? Like, how would they deal with that?
The kids would lose their minds, man.
Yeah. And did we already talk on recording about the Pidge All-Star game next year? What's happening there? Or was that just a conversation we had?
I don't think we talked about that.
Well, if not, we can re-mention it. I feel like we did, but whatever. If we did already. The Pidge All-Star game next year is just going to be one All-Star game, Tier 1 and Tier 2 together.
Oh, we did talk about this.
Okay, we did. Yeah, one player from each game. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just reiterating that quickly then.
That's dumb.
Yeah, so dumb. So fucking stupid. Yeah, so I that's all the junior hockey news I had for now. We will kind of probably closer to the season, like we could go mentioning every single signing, commitment, trade, but there's just too much right now.
No.
So I think
I don't want to sit down and do that.
So before the season starts, I think we'll just do like a preview like we did again, talk additions and subtractions from each team. Congratulate guys who've stepped up, committed tier or junior A or to college. Like I've seen, I think I've posted every single fucking signing so far in the Pidge, VI, and KI. Like I've been on top of that shit, reposting it. Posted lots of commitments, guys stepping up to junior A. Like I know Ben Bertrand from Cowichan last year just signed with the Surrey Eagles. I think he signed there last year, but he officially signed again for this year. So congrats to him. Like, there's been I've seen a lot of guys commit to the SJ. That guy on Sicamous, he was like their last player from last year, ended up signing in the SJ the other day. Sorry for forgetting your name. And then like a lot of returning player announcements. Like we don't have time to mention it all. We'll do them all at once in our season previews when we actually know teams' rosters and what's going on. So I think with that we'll probably wrap it up, and then next episode will be the NHL Draft, free agency, anything that happened after when was the draft? June 27th. Everything that happened after June 27th, pretty much. Signings, trades, the NHL Draft. We're not going to go crazy on the draft. We'll just kind of talk about the steals, bad picks, good picks, anything notable.
What do you think of the Canucks draft? Do you like Coots?
Yeah, Ryland played again. There's actually a video my dad sent me right after the draft. He was like, my dad texted me. He's like, oh, the analysts seem to like the Canucks pick. And I'm like, yeah, like, I think it's a pretty good pick. Like, maybe not who I would have taken, but top 3 who I would have. Like, great top. Yeah, great pick. I think he's going to be.
No.
But then it's like, Canucks fans probably would have lost it if they took another Swede.
Another skinny Swedish scoring winger.
Yeah, and like I think Eklund's going to be a top 7 player in this draft, and he went 17th, 16th. So like
right after the Canucks,
I would have taken him, but I think Coots would have been my next guy. Maybe Kachon Aitchison as well, who the Islanders also got. What a draft by the Isles. Anyways, we'll get into that.
The Islanders had such a good draft.
Ridiculous.
Remember that year they took Dobson and Wallstrom back to back?
It's going to be the exact same thing. Hard though.
I know.
He was good, and then he fucking fell off. It was weird. But yeah, so lots to come next episode. We'll probably we'll talk about probably the NHL coaches too. Obviously, how lots has happened there, but it'll be pretty much an all NHL episode. And then anything else that comes up junior hockey wise, I might even try and do some digging to have more to talk about because we know you guys are mostly here for the junior hockey. We'll do that. But Joe, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up here?
Don't think so, bud. I think it's pretty good. What's going on right now? What sporting event is Club World Cup? That's the only thing that's really on right now. Baseball. How about those Jays, buddy?
8-game heater, eh? Swept the Yankees. Anytime the Jays are playing the Yankees, I'm cheering for them. So I'm glad they swept the stupid Yankees.
How the Sox looking?
They beat the Jays 15-2 the other day.
Was that before or after the 8-game heater?
I believe that was one. They beat them 15-2 and then lost 5-3 the next day, and that was the start of the Jays heater.
Okay.
The Jays beat them 9-0 the day before.
Green uniforms that I didn't like.
The Jays or Red Sox?
No, the Red Sox.
Green ones. I forget which ones.
Wait, was that for the marathon? If that's for the marathon, I take that back. No, they wear the blue ones for the marathon, don't they? The Boston Marathon bombing?
The blue and yellow. I thought that was just like their city jersey. Fenway greens. Oh, that's their city jerseys this year, inspired by Fenway. Oh, those are horrible. It looks dumb as hell. Red Sox so dumb. But those are. Oh my god, are those actually the pants they wore?
Yeah. Wait, the green, I think.
The neon?
No, the middle.
Oh, okay.
The same color.
Those are the worst. One of the worst baseball jerseys I've ever seen. Those are horrible. Oh my god.
Okay, good.
The yellow is awful.
Yeah.
Like this, that's not bad. That's nice. I don't think that's from this year. I think
that's what they were wearing. What is that? Wait, when is that?
This is the one they're wearing.
Yeah, that's the one they were wearing.
Yeah, that's horrible. Anyways, yeah, dude, baseball, Club World Cup, Chelsea's made the Final Four. How you feel about that?
How can you have a fucking how can you have a jersey that says Red Sox on it and have it be dark green? That's what I don't understand.
Fair enough, dude. Yeah, they should probably just leave Boston on those ones, eh?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Chelsea's in the semis?
Semis, Final Four. I believe Chelsea has to play Fluminense. Yeah, dude, the way South American teams have been playing, I wouldn't say that.
They played Al Hilal in the fucking quarters.
No, Man City did, and they lost.
Oh. They played
last game they played Palmeiras and beat them 2-1 Chelsea. Right, I think Fluminense is better than Palmeiras.
Thiago Silva.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I will say, I think the Club World Cup has been awesome. People
So
shout on
unpopular
it.
though.
People shout on. I
Everyone,
think it's just because it's in the States. I think if it was in
I
Europe,
think it
people
was.
would love it.
They would love it.
They
Yeah.
just hate Americans so much. Dude, everyone fucking hates Americans, hey? I didn't realize
Right
how
now,
much, like, everywhere I go. Like,
just like fuck the U.S.
I feel like sometimes people might have been slightly rude because they think I'm American. Like, I've literally had people, we were staying at this hostel, and this guy, I don't know, this guy was just like standing there waiting for his friend to come out of their room or something. And I was waiting for Cheyenne as well. And he was like, "Oh, where are you from, man?" And I was like, "Oh, Canada." And he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I was like, "Yeah, why?" Like, and then we were chatting. And then later on, we were just telling them, we were like, "We're scared people assume we're American because of our accents." And he was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you said you were American, I would have just been like, oh, cool, have a good one." Like, we ended up like hanging out with him for a while. And he was like,
Oh, nice.
"I'm meaning more Europeans than Aussies, right? Because when you're in hostels,
Yeah.
it's other travelers. They, like the UK, people from the UK, French, the Netherlands, they fucking hate Americans everywhere. I can't. I thought it was kind of like a stereotype that might not be true. They fucking
Yeah.
hate them, bro.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't think we're that different
We
from
don't hate them.
Americans.
We don't really hate them. I think it's just
No,
more like we hate
it's a
what they're doing.
rivalry. It's a rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we hate
not
what
like
they're doing, but I'm not gonna like
it's
hate a
not a
random
genuine.
person.
It's not a genuine hate.
No, like we're obviously like calling us
I noticed that too.
racist and
Actually, when I
shit.
went, that was in Europe a couple years ago, and they treat you differently if you're, say, you're Canadian.
Yeah,
Versus
oh
with
totally, dude.
this.
When they hear, like, I would try and I'd like get a little bag tag with the
Dude, I
Canada
actually
flag.
remember
And
we went to for this dinner, this really nice restaurant in Florence,
yeah,
and me and my mom, they were like, "Yeah, what part of America are you from?" And I was like, "Oh no, we're actually from Vancouver, Canada."
yeah,
And they're like, "Oh," and then they like brought out some like limoncello stuff, and they gave us a free dessert and everything. And I was just like, "Oh, okay, sick, like
that's
awesome."
so accurate.
He thought that we were American,
Yeah,
and he was like, um, I think he was like, "Yeah, you guys were too nice to be Americans or
yeah.
something." So I
Oh,
don't know if
dude,
they go around and like act like douchebags or whatever, but
we just sound like American. I think people say they're very loud, like they project their voices, so all you can hear is them talking.
yeah,
Um, I think they're
I like
just
to keep
like,
my Canadian like mannerisms, so I'm like
yeah,
kind of people
totally.
know, you
Yeah.
know.
Dude, you got to
Uh,
try. Like, yeah, I think just wearing Canadian shit's the best way to do it. But anyways, yeah, just want to know, like, I can't believe how much everyone hates Americans. It's crazy. I don't, but it's
I
crazy how
don't.
much everyone hates America. Well,
My
you go to
girlfriend's
school,
American,
and you go to school in the States. Like,
and I go to school in the States.
yeah, it's insane,
I
dude. But
I have
yeah,
fun. I'm yeah. I like the U.S.
yeah, some eye-opening
I
travel
don't think it's all
experiences.
bad. I think it's just they get a bad rep.
Yeah, yeah, totally. It's more reputation than anything. But yeah, buddy, I think that's pretty good for today. So thanks a lot for doing this. We'll do another one before I get home if we can find the time.
Sounds good, buddy.
But yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We're happy to be back again. Sorry about the break with no notice. We tried to actually record the day before I went to the airport, but my bus I stayed at a hotel near the airport because our flight was at like 4 a.m, and our bus to the hotel was late by like an hour and a half. So it was like super late in Canada, so we didn't have time to record. We were
Yeah.
going to do the Stanley Cup final preview. We had like 4 guests that were going to come on all like at different times. It was actually sick, but so it sucks it didn't work out, but whatever. So sorry for missing, just dipping with no notice, but we're doing our best here. We were busy. All right. Excited to be back at it. Some big interviews coming up. I'd say at least agreements for some, like don't have them scheduled yet, but
Maybe rent out a studio for the couple of those.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. But anyways, yeah. So just thank you all so much for the support, for listening. Please be sure to share because we've been away for a while, so we don't want people forgetting about us. Let people know we're back at it. We're not slowing down, and just excited to be doing this again. And thanks a ton, Joe. It was great just shooting the shit with you too before we started recording
Yeah,
and all that.
for
Buddy.
sure. Good to talk to you, buddy.